The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture present Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson. Also presented by Double Diamond Farm, Gulfstream Park, Ocala Breeders Sales Company, Tampa Bay Downs, Valerie Daly of Showcase Properties, and Woodford Thoroughbreds.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring an undefeated winner of the $1 million Delta Downs jackpot and a Breeders' Cup champion in the Delta Downs Princess Stakes. We begin with fillies and mares at Delta Downs in the Treasure Chest Stakes. Yahilwa, the 11-10 favorite. Don Stevens picks up the call.
They go on to the backstretch now. A scramble up front. It's Yardley on the outside to the inside. Kiss to Remember as All Woman is now dropped back. Here comes Yahilwa, the half, and a challenging 46-49. Also moving up is Eden Prairie. On the outside, that's Class Included. Still backing out here is All Woman, and going past her is Blue Violet. They approach the far turn. Lady Hadassah is starting to pick it up, but she still has 8 lengths to come, and at the very back is Spring in the Air. They're coming for home now. Yahilwa is up to challenge. Kiss to Remember, they're only heads apart. Eden Prairie is trying to make up ground from third. From there, it's Class Included. Back along the inside, it's Yardley. Late run from Lady Hadassah, but she's still got a lot to do. Here's Yahilwa at the top of the stretch, taking the lead. Kiss to Remember is trying to fight back on the inside. Then comes Eden Prairie. Late run by Lady Hadassah, and also Spring in the Air, but it's going to be Yahilwa and Mike Smith in the Treasure Chest.
Yahilwa rallies from last to defeat Kiss to Remember by 2 1/4 lengths. Mike Smith aboard the Keeneland Sells graduate in 138 4. Second in the Grade 3 Adoration Stakes in May, the California Shipper records her first stakes victory. The 4-year-old filly by Medalla d'Oro was bred in Kentucky by Avalon Farms and originally sold for $52,000 at the Keeneland September yearling sale. The first of 2 stakes winners on the card for Smith, trainer James Cassidy, and DP Racing. Yahilwa has earned $279,000. Darby Dan Farm stallion Jerseytown, Kentucky's only Grade 1 winning mile-red stud by Leading Star Speightstown. And out of the 3-time Grade 1 winning mare, Jersey Girl. Watch for Jerseytown's first yearlings in 2015. Next, the Delta Mile. Sunbeam, the 9-10 favorite. Once again, here's Don Stevens.
The quarter went in 23:18, the half in 48:27, so a modest pace as they're midway up the backstretch. That's Decisive Moment, still showing the way. The advantage now a half length. Grand Contender presses on the outside. Sunbeam just waiting to pounce from third. Then comes Agent Donoso behind Rivals. That one's followed by Runaway Stevens, still the trailer, as they go into the turn and come for home now. On the inside, Decisive Moment to the outside. Grand Contender, 3/4 in 113.28. Sunbeam is on the outside, starting to roll now as they reach the top of the lane. It's Grand Contender to the outside. It's Sunbeam, and he goes by in the blink of an eye. Sunbeam accelerates under Aramia and just takes off. Looks like he just jumped into the race. It's Sunbeam, still undefeated at Delta Downs. He takes the Delta Mile.
Odds-on favorite Sunbeam draws off to defeat Agent Donoso by 5 lengths. Richard Aramia up in 138 1. Sunbeam is 4 for 4 at Delta Downs, including an easy victory in the Gold Cup against Statebreds in his latest. The 4-year-old gelding by Brahms was bred in Louisiana by Britland Incorporated and is owned by Britland Stable. A 6-time stakes winner in his home state this year, Sunbeam has earned $910,000. Ron Fouché trains the winner. Sunbeam paid $380 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. To Woodbine for the Grade 2 Kennedy Road Stakes. Calgary Cat, the 3-2 favorite. Dan Loisel picks up the call.
A sizzling opening quarter mile, 21 4/5 of a second. And they're into the turn. And down on the inside, it's Go Blue or Go Home. Sparrowhawk is second. Black Hornet well within range in third. Bear No Joke is fourth. Then we have Sharp Sensation. Calgary Cat's back 7 lengths off the lead to that one's inside. Is Stacked Deck, and they're into the stretch. They ran a half in 44. A wicked half mile. And they come to the final furlong. Down on the inside, Go Blue or Go Home. Flying is Calgary Cat. Calgary Cat. That just might be a championship performance. Calgary Cat by 2 to win the Kennedy Road.
Last down the backstretch, Calgary Cat rallies to defeat Sharp Sensation by 2 lengths. Bear No Joke finished third, but was disqualified to fourth. Eurico da Silva up in 1:08.2. A leading contender for the Sovereign Award as Canadian champion sprinter, Calgary Cat has won 5 of 7 starts this year. The Reformed Claimer was last seen finishing third in the Grade 1 Nearctic Stakes, sprinting over the Woodbine turf. The 4-year-old gelding by Cowtown Cat was bred in Ontario by Windstar Farm and was a $40,000 yearling. Trainer Kevin Attard claimed the winner for $25,000 a year ago on behalf of Stephen Curry and Corey Hoffman. Calgary Cat has earned $422,000. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com.
Flatter, a graded son of A.P. Indy, continues to rank among leading sires. The sire of graded stakes horses in every crop, he consistently has runners at the highest level.
It's Flat Out to win the Cigar Mile.
Kobe's back. Huge performance today. Handwritten by Joao Rosario. Very impressive. Kobe's back.
Powerful on the track and fashionable in the sales ring, Flatter is from a top sire family. Flatter at Claiborne Farm.
For more than a decade, Windstar has been a leader in freshman sires' success. Distorted Humor, Tisnow, Speightstown. And now, another sire has risen to the top.
And it is Super Saver.
Competitive edge in the hopeful. The winner by 4.5 lengths. I spent in a clear-cut second.
Super Saver, standing at Windstar Farm.
Combining the legacy of Kentucky with the fertile breeding ground of Florida, Woodford Thoroughbreds proudly introduces in 2014 Warfront's best son to stand at stud, multiple graded stakes winner, Sold Out, and juvenile Grade 1 winner of the Hopeful Stakes, Currency Swap. Woodford Thoroughbreds, where a new generation of horse racing excellence has begun.
Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
Discover Ocala, horse capital of the world, centrally located between Orlando and Jacksonville. Ocala's thoroughbred industry has many incentives to breed, raise, and train thoroughbreds. Here are a few recent listings: Oak View, Copacabana, Marnick, Ocala, Marion County. Come visit us and we'll show you why it's a great place to live.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with turf racing in this segment. We begin at Gulfstream Park West with the Grade 3 Tropical Turf Handicap. Lubash, the 8-5 favorite, Peter Aiello picks up the call.
The race down the backstretch in the 2014 Tropical Turf Handicap. With the lead, Reporting Star 3 parts of a length. Grand Tito is ratcheting up the pressure second. 2.5 lengths back to Rapscallion third. Racing fourth is Lochte, not asked for much yet by Boca Chica. Lubash just came under a chirp from Breeze Plunk. Needs to do a little better than that. Caribou Gardens is next, and Unbridled Command on the outside. Trailing the field, Zeds of Reality and Dreams Cut Short now asked to quicken. They run to the top of the stretch. There's a quarter of a mile to go. 3/4 and 1:14 and 3, and they're at the top of the stretch. Toward the inside, Reporting Star to the outside, Grand Tito. Rapscallion splits horses and comes on next down the outside. Here's Lubash, and Lochte between horses as they're inside the final furlong. Reporting Star is dead game inside to the outside. Here's Lubash. Lubash and Breeze Blanc coming on, and Lubash with Reporting Star second. Lubash wins the Tropical Turf Handicap.
The favorite Lubash outfinishes Reporting Star by half a length. Breeze Blanc aboard the New York bred in 150 and 3, a 101 brisk speed rating. First or second in all 6 starts this year, the Christophe Clement trainee was coming off a runner-up finish against state breds in the Mohawk Stakes at Belmont Park. The 7-year-old horse by Freud was bred in New York by his owner, Aliou Benjay Stables. This victory puts Lubash over the $1 million mark in career earnings. Breeze Blanc with the safe ride of the week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. To Churchill Downs for Turf Fillies and Mares in the Grade 3 Cardinal Handicap. 8-5 favorite I'm Already Sexy has the lead as we pick up the call by Larry Colmus.
I'm Already Sexy, 5, now 6 lengths out in front. Taking it to them early through a 47 3/2 mile. Papa Scat is second by 2, Royal Fury is third, Strike Charmer is fourth, and then it's Nellie Cashman alongside, followed by Honey Lake. Right in behind them, Northern Passion is next, and then Keening to the inside, followed by Biddy Kitty, Antonia Autumn. Street of Gold is after that, Angie Green, Anna Bird, and Rosie is Cozy. And now they've caught up to I'm Already Sexy, who got a bit of a breather and is going to open up again. The lead is 2 lengths on the far turn. I'm Already Sexy has run 3/4 and 1:13 flat. And I'm Already Sexy and Calvin Burrell turn for home in front. Strike Charmer now on the move on the outside. Strike Charmer alongside of I'm Already Sexy. These two hook up. Center of the course, Papa Scat is there in contention. And then it's Nellie Cashman behind them. But it is Strike Charmer. Strike Charmer. And Chris Landeros come by the 16th pole, 2 in front. Papa Scat, I'm Already Sexy next. And then Antonia Autumn. It is Strike Charmer in the Cardinal.
12-1 Strike Charmer takes it by 2 lengths over 19-1 Papa Scat. Chris Landeros up in 149 and 4. The first stakes victory for Strike Charmer, who was coming off a second-place finish to race favorite I'm Already Sexy in the Kentucky Downs Ladies Turf. The 4-year-old filly by Smart Strike was bred in Kentucky by her owner, Cortland Farms. Trained by David Carroll, Strike Charmer has earned nearly $207,000. Back to Gulfstream Park West for the Grade 3 My Charmer Handicap. Angelica Zapata, the 3-1 favorite. Once again, here's Peter Aiello.
Down the backstretch they go. It's Daring Kathy in front by a length. In between horses, Lowborn Eliza up on the outside. That's Magic of Reality. The Blonde Pequet is still keen to go. Racing in fourth behind the speed. A length better than Triple Arch. Then to the inside, Marilora. Toward the outside, Clearbrook. Cushion tries to sneak through down on the hedge. And now trailing is Shy's Alley. They're by 3/4 and 1:16 and 1, and they move to the far turn now. Daring Kathy trying to take them every step. Leads at 3 parts of a length. Here's Magic of Reality moving up on the outside to confront the leader. Magic of Reality now on even terms. Marilor tipped out for the drive by Jonathan Gonzalez, and they turn for home. Abdiel Hayen asked Daring Kathy to quicken, and she does exactly that. She's opened up a 3-length lead. Racing in second is Magic of Reality, then Lowborn Eliza from between horses. A late run from Cushion, but a talented filly indeed, and she gets to prove it. Daring Kathy, wire to wire in the My Charmer Handicap, wins it by almost 2.
Florida-bred Daring Kathy, the front-running winner officially by a length and a quarter over Cushion, who noses out Lowborn Eliza for place. Abdiel Hayen, the winning jockey in 152 and 3. A 4-time stakes winner this year, Daring Kathy was last seen taking the Suller Shiraz Stakes at Gulfstream Park West. Trained by David Fawkes, Daring Kathy has earned $356,000 for John Eaton and Steve Lehman. The 3-year-old filly by Wildcat Air was bred in Florida by Eaton and Lehman. Florida breds, race 'em or chase 'em. To Del Mar for the Grade 3 Red Carpet Handicap. Appealing Cat, the 5-2 favorite. Trevor Denman has the call.
Down the backstretch they go, and Be Brave not allowing for any breathers out here. Be Brave kicks on with it now. Luscious Lana has to go with her down at the rail. Modern Stone is sent along from third. Three Hearts in the red cap, and down at the rail comes Hijra. They have been followed by Lady of Gold in the white cap. In behind that, Lady Pimpernel. Now Appealing Cat down at the rail. Couldn't quite quicken as they quicken down the backstretch. Appealing Cat 6 off them and desperately looking for somewhere to go. Meanwhile, Winning Rhythm has somewhere to go. And there goes Winning Rhythm now in the black on the outside. Winning Rhythm making headway. They are coming to the top of the lane. Be Brave now tackled by a wall of horses. Three Hearts. Lady of Gold on the outside. Winning Rhythm with a white face chases after them. Appealing Cat got lost in the shuffle and is far back. They come for home, and Three Hearts the leader. Three Hearts being tackled by Lady of Gold. Three Hearts, Lady of Gold, Winning Rhythm. Scooter Birds come from last, but it's Three Hearts. Three Hearts tenacious, and Three Hearts has won the red carpet.
With blinkers off, 29-1 Three Hearts, the winner by half a length over 13-1 Lady of Gold. Joe Talamo aboard in 2:15-2. Formerly trained by both Graham Motion and Rick Matei, Three Hearts records her first stakes victory in her California debut for Neil Drysdale. The 4-year-old filly by Hat Trick was bred in Kentucky by her owner, Team Valor International. Three Hearts has earned $192,000. The Spendthrift Farm Stallion of the Week is Flat Out, the all-time leading earner at stud from the legendary APND sire line. A 3-time Grade 1 winner, Flat Out possessed miler speed that earned him a 1:16 buyer, the fastest buyer speed figure at a mile since 2012. Visit Spendthrift Farm to see what everyone is excited about.
Eye-popping 108 and 4. Flat out in front. Flat Out is still in front. Flat Out by 3 coming down to the wire. Flat Out wins, and here comes Flat Out, who's full out. It's Flat Out to win the Cigar Mile.
Declaration of war declares war on the opposition. Declaration of war wins the Queen Anne. And Declaration of war wins the Battle of the News Bar in the Juddmonte International. Declaration of war in a thrilling Breeders' Cup Classic.
This is Kate and Breda for Equine Eco Green. Equine Eco Green is smart horsemen leading the way for recycling. Our company's patented a comprehensive waste management system. We accommodate wood, straw, and other cellulose waste and produce bagged or bulk shavings, fire logs, pellets, and compost. Waste management is a chronic problem throughout the world. Our solution presents an exceptional opportunity. We're seeking sophisticated investors who share our vision. Equine Eco Green, made by horsemen for horsemen.
A Florida bred. He is not just a racehorse. He is our heart. He is our toil and sweat. He soaks up the bright sunshine, becoming mighty and strong. He feasts on our abundant grass and drinks our mineral-rich water. He is a way of life, our champion. His excellence brings us chills as he competes, inspiring us to greatness. He is our purpose, our soul. He is a Florida bred.
Living up at the Downs. Do you like having a great time with your friends and family? Then you will have a great time. Come out to Tampa Bay Downs and you will see Thoroughbred racing, Texas Hold'em tournaments. You gotta know when to pull them. Help your golf game at our practice range. You can bet there's so much more. Tampa Bay Downs, live it up at the Downs.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 3 Delta Downs Princess just ahead in this segment. 2-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin at Woodbine with the Glorious Song Stakes. Mississippi Delta, the even money favorite, Dan Loisel has the call.
They run up the backstretch. They're a half-mile out in the Glorious Song Stakes. The opening quarter was 23-1, and it's Pankhurst shadowed by Princesa Guerrera. Responsive is third and 2.5 lengths from that leader. Then Mississippi Delta in fourth position. Roaming to the inside and to the outside, Her Majesty's Flag, the last two. Indian Town, Sunrise, and Callisto, 1/2 and 46. They still have to catch this front runner, Pankhurst. And here on the outside to challenge for the lead now is Mississippi Delta as they come to the last furlong. Mississippi Delta up to challenge Pankhurst and take over the lead now. Mississippi Delta roaming with a final bid. Last 16th of a mile. Mississippi Delta as the favorite to win the glorious song.
Mississippi Delta by Ashford Stud Stallion Giants Causeway draws off to defeat roaming by 2 lengths. Patrick Husband's up in 122 flat. Fifth on debut at Woodbine, the Mark Cassie trainee was coming off a sharp maiden victory over the track in her second start. The filly was bred in Kentucky by Mike Rutherford, who is co-owner of the winner, along with Jackpot Ranch. Mississippi Delta has earned $98,000. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisnet.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year, now including sire stats. Next, the Grade 3 Delta Downs Princess Stakes. Take Charge Brandy, the 2-to-1 favorite. Don Stevens has the call.
And they're off in the Delta Downs Princess. A little bobble at the break for Temperament Candy. Coming away fast here was Vivian DeBling, immediately going to the lead. Take Charge Brandy is right behind her, now gets to the outside of her rival. It's Vivian DeBling on the inside. Take Charge Brandy to the outside. Moving up on the far outside here is Spooled, and right down at the rail, that's Miss Mandate racing in fourth. From there, Skipalute is between rivals fifth. Majestic Princess is sixth. Charlotte Ray is seventh and 7 off the pace. Then comes Little Super Bear. It's about 6 lengths back then to Danessa Deluxe, who is second last, and Temperament Patty trails the field. They went a quarter mile in 22:34. It's a rapid pace for Vivian DeBling. Take Charge Brandy is right to her outside within a neck now as they go on to the backstretch. In between rivals, that's Skipalute. On the inside, it's Miss Mandate, and on the far outside, it's Spooled. Then it's a break of nearly 2 back to Majestic Presence, starting to catch up just a bit. They went a half here in 46:44. Back along the inside, it's Charla Ray. Starting to gain is Danessa Deluxe. She's underway and beginning to rally from the back of the pack. Then it's Little Super Bear and 6 more to that trailer, Temperament Pandy, as they reach the far turn. Charging now is Take Charge Brandy, who accelerates to take the lead. Skipalute is moving up. Moving with those is Majestic Presence. As Vivian DeBling is now giving out, here comes Danessa Deluxe putting in a big bid from fourth. The half, 46:44, 3/4, 112:39. It's the Breeders' Cup champion, Take Charge Brandy, who has the lead. Skipalute is racing in second. Majestic Presence is third. Then comes Danessa Deluxe. They're in deep stretch. Paco Lopez and Take Charge Brandy win the Delta Downs Princess.
Another stakes-winning 2-year-old filly by Ashford Stud Stallion Giants Causeway. Take Charge Brandy defeats Skipalute by 1.5 lengths. Paco Lopez aboard the Keeneland Sells Graduate in 139 3. Take Charge Brandy was last seen scoring a 61-1 upset in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies for Hall of Fame trainer D. Wayne Lucas. The winner was bred in Kentucky by Charming Syndicate and was a $435,000 Keeneland September yearling. Take Charge Brandy has earned $1,410,000 for Willis D. Horton. Coming up, a photo finish in the Delta Jackpot.
Share what you love about Florida. Wholesome food that's fresh from Florida. You already know how good it is, but did you know that buying locally makes a good thing even better? Food grown here by Florida farmers doesn't need to be shipped as far. That saves fuel and cuts emissions, which helps the environment. Buying Florida-grown products creates jobs and generates revenue, and that helps our economy. Fresh from Florida. Good for the environment, good for the economy, good for you.
Three of them come to the wire. Silentio puts his head in front. Summerfront goes with him. Silentio, Summerfront, and Silentio.
The winner of the 36th running of the Citation Handicap, Silentio.
But it's still Silent Treat holding on courageously to win the Zadricarta.
Silent Name, the #1 son of Sunday Silence outside Japan, standing at Adena Springs.
After finishing a disappointing 8th in her first start, Groupie Doll would rebound just 2 weeks later to impressively break her maiden. She would go on to become one of the best sprinters of her generation, earning back-to-back Eclipse Awards. After selling for $3.1 million at the Keeneland November sale, everyone believed her racing career was over. But Groupie Doll would return and add another graded stakes victory to her impressive resume. OCD Pellets. Build stronger bone and build your success story.
Time now for the feature race of the week presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. To Delta Downs for 2-year-olds in the $1 million Delta Jackpot. Undefeated Ocho 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 at 5-2, a slight favorite over Mr. Z. Here's the call by Don Stevens.
And they're off in the Delta Downs Jackpot. It was a stumble at the start for Wake Up Nick, but he recovered and he's forwardly placed. Mr. Z goes right out to the lead. Prime Engine is showing speed on the inside. Conquest Tsunami moves up in the yellow cap, and now he takes command. It's Conquest Tsunami and Sean Bridgemohan with the lead as they leave the chute. Prime Engine is close on the inside. Mr. Z is placed in third now behind Rivals. Moving up is Ocho 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 into fourth, but he crosses over toward the rail. Then comes Wake Up Nick's on the inside, followed by Saratoga Heater. Running together are Golden Actor and Red Button on the outside. Decabrist is second last after the quarter, when an extremely rapid 22-27. It's a long ways back to the trailer, who is far right. We've got a speed duel up front. It's Conquest Tsunami on the outside, Prime Engine right down at the rail. Break of 3 lengths then to Mr. Z, just waiting to pounce from third as they straighten away up the backstretch. Ocho 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 and Mike Smith are down along the inside. They saved ground, now advancing on the leaders. Saratoga Heater moves up in the middle of the track. Back from there advancing, it's Wake Up Nick. On the inside, far right is really gobbling up ground. Dropping completely out is Conquest Tsunami. He is backed up. To the outside here is Golden Actor, along with Red Button, and Decabrist is advancing. The half in 45.74, 3/4 112.48, and they're coming for home in the Delta Downs Jackpot, and Mr. Z strikes the lead. But on the inside, that's Ocho Ocho Ocho. He is right there, only a neck back. Saratoga Heater is racing in third. Far right is rowling down on the inside. The rest are a ways back. It's Ocho 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 coming to the 16th pole. Mr. Z is digging in gamely, but it's Ocho Ocho Ocho. Mr. Z sticks his neck out. It's going to be Ocho Ocho Ocho, just getting there in time.
Ocho 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 takes the photo by a nose over Mr. Z. Far right, a troubled third for a sweep by Keeneland Sales graduates. Mike Smith aboard in 1:45.2, a 101 brisk speed rating. Ocho 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 won his first 2 starts at Santa Anita, including a 5 3/4 length victory in the off-the-turf juvenile sprint on the Breeders' Cup car. The undefeated colt sold for $200,000 as hip number 888 at the OBS April 2-year-old sale. The second stakes winner on the card for Smith, trainer James Cassidy, and Darren Pearson's DP Racing, Ocho 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 has earned $693,000. The colt by Street Sense was bred in Kentucky by Sienna Farms and was consigned by TaylorMade Sales Agency to the 2013 Keeneland September yearling sale, where he was purchased by Grassroots Trading and Sales for $50,000. Delta Downs Jackpot winner Ocho Ocho Ocho, the Keeneland Sales Graduate of the Week. We'll have Grade 1 stakes action from Aqueduct, Churchill Downs, and Del Mar next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week is presented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture. Online at tbredweek.com.